Welcome. It's February already. My name is Jake Abdullah. Welcome to the Book of Jake. I believe it's the fifth episode of the series. Lots have happened this week, but I think the number one thing that I'm going to talk about is Jurgen Klopp. But before we get into that, a quick shout out to Adam Lobo TV. Hey guys, if you want to rent the space for shooting your podcast and stuff, just drop me a holler, or you can, hook up with Adam on Adam Lobo TV. This place is his amazing place. Also, if you haven't picked up the Book of Jake yet, you can go to www.bookofjake.my and please, it's only 39 ringgit 90 cents. It's life stories. It's really life lessons that, you're going to enjoy. It's stuff that happened to me and people along the way. You're going to love it. Okay, the most talked about thing that has happened in the last week or so is out of nowhere. I mean, being a Liverpool fan, I could be very partial about this, but Jurgen Klopp suddenly decided to retire, or not retire, or sort of quit his managerial post. His contract was signed till 2026, but he just came up and says, post this season, which is season ends mid-May or late April, what will happen is he's going to retire. And I like what he said. He said he's tired. I have no more energy. But what an amazing time he has had. Probably the longest serving. He's currently the longest serving EPL manager. And the first thing that he said that actually caught my attention was, it's not how you come in, but it's how you go out. I thought that was brilliant. People usually, even in companies and stuff, when you come in, it could be a chaos. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of change management. There's a lot of getting used to it. There's a lot of... But Jurgen just managed to actually, if you're hearing the thunder here, that's part of the sound effects. Don't worry about it. But Jurgen was brilliant. He came in and he brought the people together. It was very almost Shankly-like, I'm also a big fan of Alex Ferguson, although I'm not a Man U fan, but his managerial and leadership tips were brilliant. So, we're talking about 5 things that I love about Jurgen as a manager and also a leader. So, before we get into that, we all know there is an ebb and flow of things. You have to build and you got to come up, and he's there. And I love the fact that he's living on a high. It is, everybody is missing it. It's not only Liverpool fans, but Mark Goldbridge from Man United, who's a lot of sort of a pundit. Hats off to him, and he says, "Wow, this EPL is gonna miss a manager of this pedigree." So, very quickly, 5 things that I believe that we can learn from Jurgen Klopp. Now, think about it. When Jurgen walked in, he came in. If you know Jurgen Klopp from Mainz, I think Mainz from Borussia Dortmund, and then he ended up and he took a break, and he ended up in Liverpool. Now, the owners of Borussia Dortmund, when he left, said the void that he left was amazing. They almost wished that Jurgen was back, and the reason was he actually brought the people together. This is very Shankly, like Bill Shankly, brought the people together. We were all suddenly walking around with pride, I remember my first final which I saw. I actually flew. I'm a mad Liverpool fan. Same with Adam. I flew to Basel in Switzerland to catch us playing Sevilla, and we lost. It was his first final, and hit hell high. He was amazing. So the first lesson is his passion and his enthusiasm. I like the way that's the cornerstone of his leadership. You can see it in his face when he walks in the field and he thumps his heart, and he drives the people. He tells you that the buck stops here. Buck stops with me. And he's also not afraid to speak his mind. He before the Chelsea game where we beat Chelsea 4-1 early in the week, he said you got to be the 12th man. So his leadership and his enthusiasm is second to none. And he infuses his passion. And he's not afraid to speak his mind. So as leader, we must be able to give good news, and we must be able to address the bad news. And he did that effortlessly. So, hail Jurgen. The second thing that I like about it is camaraderie and team spirit. There is no team. While we can speak about football, but the relevance to leadership is so, to me, so important here. If you watch his body language when he talks to his players, and when they come out, or when they speak, or when he talks to a coaching staff and all that, he's not afraid to show emotion. He hugs, he taps them on the head, He smiles, he grabs them, he's got something nice to say. And not only his team members, watch when the game ends, he walks up to the other team and he talks to everybody. He grabs them, and of course, some matches can get very feisty. You're shouting all the time. It's passion, but he drives the team together through camaraderie. So that's really essential as a leader. Again, like I said, regardless where you are in your life cycle, you can be. You don't need a title to lead. Robin Sharma said that. So wherever you are, these are things that actually can drive your growth. Beyond. I want to see you drive your growth. So one of his the best things was he created a safe environment for the Liverpool fans and Liverpool team. Now, why I talk about this is because before that, we had managers that divided the team. At this period, we were united, So how he fostered the camaraderie, the team spirit, brought everybody together, it's just brilliant, So, again, like I said, I still don't know how I'm going to cope with this loss, but it's going to be tough. The third is again, like I said, it's technical. His adaptability and tactical analysis of not only the players but the game itself. He knew how to use everyone effectively. His example was, at one time that there were like 7 or 8 people injured, but he brought in the younger team and he put younger players and he put them in specific places. So again, like I said, he understood that and he made them believe that they could do it. We saw 18-year-old, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds running with seasoned pros in the league and dominating. In fact, the last 2 games, the man of the match was Connor Bradley, this 18-year-old boy from suddenly just burst into the scenes. But his belief is he actually gave them the chance, and and they believe. So again, like I said, leadership is not conducting, but is also demonstrating and also the ability to bring out the best in people. So Jurgen has got that, and he's going to be missed. Think about all the managers you've seen, if you're a football or the leaders that you've worked with. Are they a leader that you have to manage upwards, or do they bring out the best in you? A leader can give you bad news but still make it seem that, we can go through this together. So that's something I love in Jurgen, his adaptability and his tactical ability, okay? Resilience in setbacks. Look, Liverpool had a bad season last year. Not bad season, they were out of the top 4, which was, they didn't make the Champions League. So they were in Europa. I remember the first time he came in, we were 7th, So we had quite a bit of setbacks. We were going for the big 4 and didn't. So even in adversity, he learns the best thing. We lost Sadio Mane. We lost a couple of good players, and there was movement here and there. But he used this as pivotal points to bring out the club. So to me, his resilience to bounce back is amazing. So yeah, there's an ebb and flow. We all go through some trying times, all of us. But how do you get back to it is amazing. So as you can see, he's kept it very consistent in the last couple of years, and he's been at the club for 9 years. His record is stellar. He knows that, and if you follow his path from Mainz to Dortmund to Liverpool, he likes this zero to hero approach, and he's great at that. Pep's a good manager with Barcelona, and he was amazing manager with City, but he comes with already a full stack, so Jurgen can take almost nobody's, and to become probably the best side in Europe at the moment. So again, like I said, his resilience in the face of setbacks, is just amazing. And I like what he said. He said, let's focus, to sweep everything the end of the season, So if you go back to what he initially said was like, it's not how you come, but it's how you leave. He's leaving in just an amazing way. The last thing that, I love about Jurgen is his long-term vision. When he came into the club, he said, judge me in 3 years. That was the first line, and I said, wow, he's very clear about this. Judge me in 3 years, and they won the league after 3 years. Judge me in 4 years. So that's really important. But without a clear vision, forget about if you're running a company or you're not. Even if you're a normal person, without a clear vision, you're not gonna actually wing it. You have to have goals. You have to have a vision. And a strategy to actually accompany this vision. So, if there's anything to be learned, go and Google Jurgen Klopp. Just check him out. Just, leadership lessons you can learn from Jurgen Klopp. Brilliant, he's going to be missed. Sorry, I'm talking about football, but I thought there's massive relevance to leaders, to upcoming managers. Hope you like this episode. Really like to hear from you. Any comments, please reach out to me. Again, thanks Adam Lobo TV for this place, for shooting. Guys, if you want to rent it, hit me up. I'll hook you up also. Good discount, brother discount. So again, www.bookofjake.my is the place you get the book. And please subscribe, and I'll see you soon.